like you lost another one.
Of Alabama, Brandon Miller, our guest today here on the Hornets Hivecast. Brandon, welcome to Charlotte.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just a blessing, being here, hearing my name called second. It's just all exciting moments rushing down my body.
Let's go through draft night because Mitch Kupchak, the general manager for the Hornets, he is famous for not tipping his hand early. He wants to get all the information that he can and make sure he's covered all of his bases. Tell me, when did you hear that you were going to be the pick for Charlotte, and describe the emotions at discovering that?
Well, the first time I heard, I was still on the phone. So once my name got called, that's when I actually put down the phone. I stood up and hugged everybody and gave everybody handshakes. But as far as emotions, I kind of held those in. I let my parents do all the crying and boo-hoo, and then I just do all the handshakes and smile and just have, a good moment and just always staying positive.
Different players react differently to being drafted. And I, for one, I don't think there's a wrong way to react to being drafted. It's a personal moment. You should celebrate in your own way. As you mentioned, even though you seem very, very happy and excited, you're very calm as well. Where does that calmness come from, both in that kind of moment there, your life changing, finding out where your career is going to start, and on the court as well in big moments?
Well, it's always been my dream. So I feel like all the work that I put in is, going to pay off someday. And I feel like it all paid off when I heard my name get called. So, all I can do is just come in Charlotte and work as hard as I can just to, go out there on the court and get as many wins as I can.
You got not just the call, but you got calls from Michael Jordan. Yeah. You got calls from Lamelo Ball. Yep. Feel free to keep those conversations private if you like. Some of it's already out on social media, but what can you tell us about those conversations?
Man, I kind of look at Lamelo Ball as a big brother away from home. He kind of welcomed me my first workout here, which is, very important in, the basketball journey that I've taken. Is the reason why I chose Alabama, due to the fact, OS came upon me early, my freshman year in high school. So, and then our bond just kind of got stronger and stronger every day. And I feel like that's what me and LaMelo Ball's bond is doing right now. It's just getting stronger by the day.
Brandon Miller, our guest today here on the Hornets Hivecast. Let's talk about what you bring to Charlotte. You were an elite shooter in college, overall scorer, outstanding, top-notch rebounder at Alabama. You basically turned a football school into a basketball power in one season. They had one regular season and tournament titles before, but it's rare to win them both in the same year. And along the way, an All-American, all doing it at 6'9". There's a lot that you bring that we're all excited about, but in your mind, what do you bring to the table?
Well, like you said, I feel like I can bring, the stretch, just the wing, to just knock down shots, but not just knocking down shots. I feel like I can lock in on the defensive side and just get the stops that me and my teammates need. So I'm really just a winner, not a selfish player. I'm willing to make all the winning plays as far as diving on the floor, getting all the rebounds, just stopping other teams' best players as far as that. So just a winner.
When you pick number 2 overall as an organization, you're not thinking short-term, you're thinking long-term, but there is a short-term impact that you have the potential to have. This is a team that wasn't picking top 5 necessarily because the roster was not expected to do well. There was just a really difficult run of injuries that kind of put the team in a tough spot. So as you look at the roster, players under team control, how do you think you can have an immediate impact on winning here in the Queen City?
Like I've said, I think Charlotte is getting a winner on and off the court. I'm always, here encouraging my teammates, trying to make them better every day. So I think that's one of the things I have on my belt is just willing to come in and work every day and make everybody better.
Long term, over the course of your entire career, I know it's just started. I'm honored.
Yeah, this is my first time ever been on a podcast. I feel like my answers is not long enough, so I think I need to make them longer.
We will not dissuade you from doing that, but I think you've been spot on so far. You've said a couple of times, and I think your father has volunteered as well, that you're a very approachable person. Tell me, where can people most likely find you? What do you like to do when you're not on the court?
If I'm not on the court, I'm either in my car driving. I love cars. I have a big car fetish. I'm always showing up to different athletic events. And, Bryce Young is with Carolina. That's my guy. So I'll probably be at, a lot of Panthers games this year. I'm just supporting my guy. So, you can find me everywhere.
What are some personal favorites of yours in terms of food, music, anything like that?
Favorites? Definitely a steak dinner. So if any of y'all would love to take me out on a steak dinner, I'm with it. I'm all for it.
In terms of your personality in the locker room, are you the class clown? Are you the serious type?
I think I have all the personalities. I could be the class clown, but I know when to lock in and focus. But you also gonna have those moments where you joking all the time. So I'm just all kinds of personalities with me.
Going back to basketball now, what is it going to feel like those upcoming firsts that are going to be in your career. Soon enough, you'll be wearing a summer league uniform for the first time. You'll be in your first training camp. You'll have your first NBA game, your first points. Tell me what you envision for that.
Well, it's definitely new in this league. We're fresh, so it's going to be a lot of learning experiences. But first points in the league is probably going to be off a nice corner three from Lamelo ball. So, I mean, I could see that. I could see that one happening.
We will cut that and record it and make sure that you either fulfill it or remind you of it when it ends up being like a dunk over someone or something else. That'd be nice too. In terms of this experience, you get to do it with someone you played with coming up. Nick Smith Jr. was one of your teammates in the AAU levels, and then Amari Bailey as well. All three of you were top 10 recruits, so I'm sure you've crossed paths a number of times. What's it like to go through this with this group of guys?
Man, Nick, that's my guy, man. That's my day one. Our bond is crazy. It started since we was younger, just playing with Brad Beal. I think Brad and, the whole organization kind of pulled us together, and now we just been close ever since then. And now just to see him chasing his dreams and his dreams coming true is kind of an exciting moment for me too. Just kind of growing up with him and just seeing him achieving his goals and dreams.
You mentioned Paul George a number of times in the interviews leading up, the guy that you kind of emulated your game after growing up. You played under Brad Beal as well as an AAU player. Any thoughts on getting to share a floor with those guys in the not too distant future?
It's weird because I kind of compare Nick Smith to Brad, so and Nick compares me to Paul, so it goes both ways. But sharing the court with them, it'll be an exciting moment. Brad is the big bro of the organization, and Paul, I would just love to meet him in person. Recently, just followed me back on Instagram, by the way, so I feel honored with that one.
And of course, you get to play for, in most people's estimations, the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, with a young superstar in Lamelo Ball, and the latest and hopefully one day the greatest piece here to this Hornets puzzle. We're excited to have you again.